everybody, and welcome back to the Sugar Oven Studio. I'm Faisy the Baker, and in today's video, we are going to be making these really yummy chocolate pumpkin cake pops. These cake pops are really fun and easy to make, so let's jump right into it. So how I'm making these are the leftover scraps from my last video, the mini 3-tier pumpkin cakes, and also the leftover frosting. And with cake pops, it really doesn't matter what cake or frosting you use or how much of both you use, but what we're really looking for here is the right consistency. But if you want to do the pumpkin chocolate kind, you can always reference my video, the 3-tier pumpkin cakes, and I will leave a link to that in the description below. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our frosting and dump it into the bowl that we're going to be mixing it in, and make sure to have clean hands because this step is all hands. And then with your frosting that you have, you're going to take some cake and just break it into there and put it into there. And don't put too much because then you might get it too dry. We can always add more, but we can't take away. So we are looking for this to be not too soft and squishy and like a mess, but not too hard. We just want these so that they're able to be molded. So I've mixed about most of my cake in, and as you can see, it's kind of like doughy and soft and squishy. This is exactly what we need. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to grab like a small handful and then just roll it into a ball. Trying to get it as round and smooth as I can. Just like that. So now that I've rolled out all of my cake pop balls, I'm going to put these in the freezer so that they can harden up and they won't just slide right off of your stick. So now for our chocolate part of the cake pops, you can use any kind of chocolate bar like this. This is a good Belgian dark chocolate, really high quality. So you're going to take whatever chocolate you have and you're going to break it up into pieces and you're going to put it into a bowl like this, which you can easily fit in a pot, which we are going to melt the chocolate in. So in your pot, you're going to fill it up with liquid about a third of the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn your heat on high until it boils. So now that our water has come to a boil, I'm going to lower the heat to a medium low. And we're going to place a little bowl of chocolate now inside. So you might be wondering why my bowl of chocolate looks so different from yours. That's because this is already like chocolate that I've melted before that I'm just remelting again. So yours will just probably look like a bowl with blocks that are melting. So soon this little piece in the middle will all be melted as well, and then we will be ready to dip our cake pops in. And melted chocolate that you don't use can always be melted again and reused, so there's no need to throw out any excess. To make sure that our chocolate doesn't burn, I'm going to take it off of the hot water, and I'm just going to stir. So the bottom is already heated up, so this will melt quickly. You can now see that my chocolate's ready as there are no clumps and bumps, and it stirs really nicely and it's just smooth and silky. We are now ready for the next step. If you've ever made cake pops before, you know that the most tricky challenge is getting the cake pop to stay on the stick. So that's why with your stick, you are going to take it and you're going to dip it in chocolate and get a lot of chocolate. And then you're going to stick it into your cake pop. This is a guaranteed way for your stick to stay in the cake pop. So I've got all my sticks with the chocolate in, and these guys can go back in the freezer for about another 15 to 20 minutes so that all of the chocolate really hardens up and you don't have any risk of cake pops sliding off sticks. Our cake pops are now out of the freezer, and as you can see, no falls. So you're going to take your cake pop And you're going to swirl it in the chocolate until it's all covered. Then you're going to let it drip. And there you have it, your delicious, yummy chocolate pumpkin cake pop. So once you're finished dipping and covering all of your chocolate pumpkin cake pops, you're going to put them back in the fridge for another 15 to 20 minutes while they harden up. Well, here we have them, our final product of our chocolate pumpkin cake pops. So now for the taste test. That's really yummy. Thank you everybody so much for joining me at the Sugar Oven Studio today. If you did make a different variation of the cake pop, I'd really love if you could tell me how that went. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye!